Hello, welcome to Rules of Engagement. I'm Adam, and I'm very excited because tonight I have two very special guests, Allison and Teresa. Allison, why don't you tell us a little bit about you, who you are, and then Teresa, it'll be your turn.
Okay, well, some of you might know me as World Harmony. That's my handle on Twitter. I've had that for like 9 years. And you might know me on Snapchat as World Harmony. And some of you might know me as the Keto Health Project. That's my fitness handle. And my main focus has been on dealing with social conflict. And that's my World Harmony project thing. So that's, I talk a lot about that. And it kind of fits in with the issue with disability and rules of engagement because it's about how we treat one another, and how we interact. So that's my main focus.
Yeah,
And this is my partner.
I thought of a new tagline for this show instead of how to act around people with disabilities, because that's so wordy. But I thought it boils down to dealing with different. And that,
I like that.
It's broad. It's not just people with disabilities, but it's also, people that just look different than you do, or think different than you do, or come from a different place, or, have a different culture. And we need to be prepared to deal with that, because sometimes you can find yourself unintentionally in awkward situations. And that's one of the things that I'm trying to do with this program, is to educate people, so that I know a lot of people they're worried about saying or doing the wrong thing, right? So then they end up doing nothing, which is the wrong thing. That's why I get ignored a lot when I go shopping, because they don't know what they're afraid. They're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to. Okay, somebody else will handle the guy in the wheelchair, because I don't want to say something to offend him, and somebody else will deal with it. So the more we talk about this stuff, then the easier it will be for everybody, I'm hoping. Hi, Melissa. Thank you for joining us. So, Teresa, tell us about yourself.
Hello, my name is Teresa, and some may not know me on Snapchat. Some of you may not know me on World Harm on Twitter. Some of you may not know me. Some of the times I don't know me. So, no, I'm just not one of those computer people. And but I do like to get involved in things wherever I can. And, I would like to thank Adam for making me a part of this. I'm more than happy to do it. And, I like his title, Dealing with Difference. And I think that's awesome for him to come up with that. I really like that. And I'm here to help in any way that I can, make awareness in any way that I can.
Great. Well, I'm excited. So, so you live in Vegas, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I've been to Las Vegas a couple of times, and I know you don't live on the Strip. I'm sure everybody thinks you live in Vegas and you live on the Strip, but I know that's not how it really is. I used to live in San Francisco, but not at Fisherman's Wharf. Okay. But I'm wondering, what are some things that you encounter on a regular basis, frequently enough that it's, you kind of almost expect it to happen? And what can people do to help make that better? I have my own example to start us off. The one thing that I've noticed is that people don't pay attention to where they're walking. And that's just a problem in general. Mm-hmm. They got their eyes on their phones, right? Well, if you bump into somebody,
Yes.
that's one thing. But if you bump into me in my chair, then we've got a bigger collision happening there. So watch where you're going. That's my tip.
One of the things that I would say I endure on a regular basis is people like going through doors before you and not holding it for you. They go in and just let the door close. And like me myself, even with me being on a walker, on a rollator, I sometimes hold the door, for whomever. If I'm going in and I see someone's behind me, I myself hold the door for them. But I've had many people that goes through the door. My walker is very visible. And so just the walker itself lets you know that I have some type of problem with walking. So why wouldn't you take a couple of seconds to hold the door? But they'll just go in and just let the door close, and it's really unbelievable.
Yeah, I find that too. Yeah. Have you ever noticed people like even speeding up their walk so that they have more time to get through the door before you get there?
Yes. Yes.
I've had that happen too. I'm like, whoa, slow down, dude. I'm not gonna, go. I'm not gonna chase you down in my chair. Yeah, but okay, so that's a good one, and that should be an obvious one. I would hope that. I think we used to do a better job of that, holding doors open for people and such. I don't know when that kind of stopped, but I think we should bring it back.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
So, okay, so one thing you can do to help everybody is hold the door open. If you see someone coming up behind you, hold the door open. It might cost you 10 seconds out of your day, but you have really made that person's day a lot better just by simply holding the door open. Doors
hold it for everybody.
Yes, exactly. Doors are hard. Doors are tricky. Yeah. In a wheelchair, it's tricky. I can imagine in a walker as well, because you have to deal with the pivot of the door, the weight of the door. Some doors are really heavy, and then some of the doors have kind of a resistance built into them, I guess, so they can auto close or something. But you got to like pull on the door, right? That's hard to do for me. I can do it, but it's interesting. I was at a bank, a small branch, and they had glass doors. And for some reason, glass doors are the worst for me. I don't know if it's because I'm afraid I'm going to run into them and break them. I don't know. But they were heavy, and I was trying to open the door and get my chair through without hitting the other door. And I was struggling. And there are people in the bank, they're kind of looking.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, one of the customers that was sitting there, he was looking around like, isn't anyone at this bank gonna so he jumped up and got the door for me. But the bank people really should have done that. Would have made me feel a lot more comfortable coming back to the bank.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if that guy's gonna be there next time.
Yeah.
So what else?
How about the good old people staring at you?
Yes.
And sometimes, it doesn't bother me if you look at me and then turn away. Everyone looks at everyone. That's what we have eyes for.
Sure.
But to stare, I mean, like you're fantasizing about me or something, no, that's unacceptable. And so what I do is, being me, what I do is I'll stare back and I'll stare them down.
She pretty much does that.
I do. And it takes me to this one lady that was staring. I was coming out of, it was Walmart or somewhere, and I was waiting for my paratransit bus to pick me up. And so my rollator, you know, has the seat. So when I'm waiting on my bus and I'm outside, I'll turn my walker around and I'll sit down. And so they kept coming past and staring at me and looking at me. So, you know, I say things. And so this one lady came past and she stared at me from the point of contact, from the time she saw me, hadn't even gotten up to me yet, to pass me. And so I followed her and we were eye to eye. So when she got to me, I said, "Ah."
I would
scared the crap out of her.
You are a riot. How have I not met you before now? Allison has been keeping you a secret. No more. Now I know.
I just wanted to let her know that she was looking too long.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, you know, it's extremely rude, you know, and if you're gonna stare, you know, say, is there anything you need, or don't just stare just to stare.
Yeah, it's like she's an object. And I've seen whole families walk by and
looks at me and then approaches me and engages me in a conversation. You know, that's fine. And if they want to know why I'm in the chair, depending on my mood, I may or may not tell them. You know, I reserve the right to keep that my own business, but I do think that, people stare because they don't know what to do. I think there's something different. What do I do with that? You know, I kind of try to make I've always joked with my husband that I'm invisible in crowds because people just run into me and kiss me. It's always been that way, even before I was using the chair. Well, now that because I'm short, I'm 5'6". Well, now I'm even lower because I'm in the chair. And I was worried that I was going to still be invisible, but no. Now I'm like spotlight coming through, you know. And most people in Houston have been really good about it. I have had a few people like I had trouble getting out of an elevator one time because the gap was just wide enough for my caster to get stuck. And and this lady that was on the elevator was kind of like, it's like, well, you know what? You could have actually helped me get my caster unstuck, and that would have moved you along a lot further. You know, how about give me a little push? All right, you know, ask if you can help.
Wow.
No, it just doesn't. Yeah, so. Yeah, I think just don't be a jerk. That's just number one. Don't be a jerk.
I have an example from when we were at a restaurant. Remember, and she took your rollator, like put it way over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they want to get it out of the way. But they're not thinking, what if she wants to get up and, you know, I mean, it's just crazy.
I haven't encountered that yet because I don't think I've been out to a restaurant in the chair. I don't get out much. Or haven't up until now, recently. So I've been, one thing I also think that a lot of people don't realize is that some disabilities you can see and some disabilities you can't see. And because of that, Well, I'm not asking you to treat people with disabilities a certain way. I'm asking you to treat everyone a certain way. Because you don't know who has a disability and who doesn't. So I like to live my life assuming that the people around me could use a little boost. And if I'm in a position to give that to them, I'm going to attempt to do that. With their permission, of course. Right. But we're not there yet. We're not there yet. There's still those awkward situations. And I find that it most often, like the really awkward ones, happen most often with parents and their kids. If it's parent and a child, that's a recipe for awkward. Because the kid will come up and say, hey, you're in a chair, whatever. And which is totally cool. That's fine. It's like, hey, kid, how you doing? But then the parent is like, oh my gosh. And then makes it all weird, because then they're afraid that their child has offended you somehow or whatever. And it's just, relax. I'm just a person like you. If my kid came running over to you and said hi, what would you, it would be okay. Calm down.
Yeah, the parents set the tone.
They do.
Children pick up on it.
Yeah.
And then you have some children that teaches the parents, because I've had people people that I believe in speaking. Hello, how you doing? It doesn't take anything away from me to say hello. And I've had people walk past me with the hi. And I said, oh my God, the children's teaching the parents. The children know to speak and the adults don't.
Yeah.
I think that's like kind of pathetic.
Yeah.
But now what I do is, I'm no matter what, to be who I am. So whenever, someone, is keeping with staring, whenever someone, stares at me now, there's no telling what. I had this one lady that was staring at me, and so I said, when I taste the York peppermint patty, I get the cool. So
if they're going to make her, if they're going to stare at her and make her uncomfortable, she's not going to let that happen.
Nope.
She's going to make them uncomfortable.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's one way to deal with it. Yeah. That's one way to deal with it.
She's going to make some entertainment out of it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But people just need to be aware of, not only how they treat people with disabilities, like you said, how they treat anyone. Yeah. Teresa has a nice smile on there. Oh. Okay.
I agree.
I got distracted.
I agree.
I really want you to tell the story about what happened on the bus, because I'm still angry about it.
About the lady with the casinos? Oh, the
transportation issues. Yeah. Yes, let's talk about that.
Yeah, Monday I was on my paratransit bus, and the driver picked up these two ladies from a little boutique, and so somehow the one lady got into a conversation with the driver, telling about her friend who has one leg and he needs the paratransit service, and they denied him. And then the bus takes people to the casinos, and that's misusing the bus. And here is my friend, and he needs to go to physical therapy, but yet they take these people to casinos. And so I sat there and I listened, and I couldn't take it anymore. And I said, well, excuse me, if you don't mind, I'm going to interject in this conversation. She's like, oh, no, go ahead. But she wasn't prepared for what I was going to say. And so I told her, I said, there's nothing wrong with the bus taking people to the casinos. I said, and I'm speaking because I'm one of those disabled people that goes to the casinos. I said, now, it isn't RTC, and it's called RTC. I said, it isn't their business where the bus is taking them. It's the service that they provide. I said, in that case, I can say the same thing about the bus picking you up and taking you guys shopping. You just came, we just picked you up from shopping. So what difference does it make whether or not the bus is taking you shopping or to the casino? It's the service that they're providing, not where we're going. They have no control over where we're going. Oh, no, I was just saying that my friend was denied, the service, and I kept, letting her know. And the bus driver is agreeing with you. And because he said, oh, yeah, I picked 2 people up and took them to the casino yesterday. And I told him that's none of his business. You're agreeing with her, but how long is it for you to go shopping? You're coming out of there with bags. And so, of course, she tried to change it around, but I told her, if your friend was denied and he had one leg, then it's something that he did wrong. He needs to go back. And then she's like, oh, yeah. And then he went back and he got approved only for 1 year. And, so I knew.
She's just complaining about something she doesn't know anything about. Well, I'm glad you spoke up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because there's an assumption that when you're disabled, you don't have a social life. You don't deserve to go out and live your life the same way everybody else does. If she wants to gamble, if she wants to go to a restaurant, if she wants to go to the park and hang out, that's nobody's business.
Right.
Being on a walker, being in a wheelchair doesn't restrict the type of life that you live.
No.
And it just made me that she was excluding her from a regular everyday life, out of anger. But people do that. They diminish the lives of people who are disabled, which is ridiculous.
Yes, I have experienced that as
well. Of course, at the end, of course, when the bus driver went to drop me off, I knew that he was going to try to clean up his part since the lady, since she was no longer on the bus. And sure enough, he did that when he dropped me off. He was like, I was just agreeing with her just to keep her quiet and get to know you.
Okay, now you're just telling me this to keep me quiet.
Yeah. Told him no. You were saying what you meant, so.
Yeah. Anyway, so that kind of thing annoys the heck out of me, and and there's one thing that you've seen that we deal with when we live in an apartment complex or a condo complex. So when we walk out, we share the public space with other people, and because we're in a desert, they use xeriscaping, which is rocks and gravel and, the occasional plant. And when people carry bags or have a bike or something, they might kick the rocks onto the sidewalk.
Oh, yeah. And
I have to walk in front of her and pretty much sweep a rollator. You can get stuck, on the sidewalk.
One pebble can ruin your whole day.
Yeah.
And it's not people. It's our upstairs neighbor's teenage son. It's him.
Hey, we're calling you out. If you're watching, if you're out there watching us, stop kicking up the rocks.
Yeah.
The rocks kicked up, then sweep them off to the side. No, leaving
he
debris.
Put them there.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Well, first of all, our sidewalks in our neighborhood are unpassable. I mean, the roots have pushed them up, and they're all cracked. I mean, it's a hazard for anyone to walk on them, But I didn't even think about that, and when I got the chair, I was so excited. Oh, I'm gonna get to wheel around the neighborhood. No, I can get to the end of my block if I'm careful. There's this one part that's kind of steep, probably a little too steep, but I kind of daredevil over it. And then I get to the end, and there's a ramp, but there's no ramp on the other side.
Oh.
So it's a ramp that just goes into the middle of the street.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that
stuff like that.
There's there's one intersection where all the shopping stuff is, and there are no sidewalks, but at the corner there is a ramp with like one square of the sidewalk on each side. What?
We've seen that.
Why? thanks, but okay, now I can just go all around. I guess that's so we can just go around in a circle around the intersection, right?
We have something like that here where you take the sidewalk and it lets you out on the street. So you're basically walking down the street. Remember that near the hospital?
Oh yeah, how about here?
Yeah,
that's dangerous.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we have a
yes,
question for you, Teresa. This is back to the bus situation.
In the back of the bus.
So was it that?
Yeah.
Yeah, only just back and forth to the doctor. Yeah, I used to get the same thing because I was. They have a program here for discount taxi service, and one of the times I was going to a big dinner gala thing, and so I was all dressed up, and it's like, you're kind of dressed up to be going to the doctor. Well, I didn't say I was going to the doctor. I haven't yet told you where I'm going.
Wow.
Why are you assuming that I'm going to the doctor? Because you know that I called the number that is the discount number?
Wow.
Don't make assumptions. Don't make assumptions. Well, we're running out of time. This has been really fun. I've enjoyed having both of you on here. This is great. Thank you so much for your insights. And I want to have you back again. Okay? I want to have you back again later. And because you make me laugh, and I like that.
She keeps me laughing, too.
Great. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I am Adam, also known as Adam Tilted. Check out Allison on Snapchat. World Harmony, right?
World Harmony,
yeah. Yeah, World Harmony. We'll get Allison to put her Snap code in the comments.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you have ideas for a future topic, please let me know. You can send me a message or leave that in the comments. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Good night.
Good night. Bye.